Welcome back to TC Live. Legendary broadcaster Robin Roberts was once honored with the Arthur Ashe Courage Award at the ESPYs. The award is for recipients who reflect the spirit of Arthur Ashe, possessing strength in the face of adversity, courage in the face of peril, and the willingness to stand up for their beliefs no matter what the cost. But as Leslie Allen found out, that is far from Robin's only connection to the sport of tennis.
So, you're a tennis player. Can you tell me, like, how you got involved with tennis and tennis in your life, when it started?
First of all, thank you for referring to me as a tennis player. Okay, that's just right. Okay. When you said that, I was like, oh my, people know me from ESPN and they know me from basketball. They don't realize that my athletic scholarship initially was tennis. It was a tennis scholarship. It wasn't basketball. The basketball coach was also the tennis coach, and she knew that I played tennis. She said, how about a tennis scholarship? I'm like, I like the sound of that. If I couldn't find someone to play a backboard, I mean, this backboard was all like cracked. I didn't care. I just wanted to get out there and play. And I dreamed of being a professional tennis player like you.
So when you think about those early years, and the WTA was just starting in 1973, what was your first sort of thought or memory or recollection about the WTA tour?
Oh my goodness, it gave me hope. I was 13. I didn't see any women that were broadcasters, sportscasters, but I saw women on the tennis court. So it said, okay, and even though they didn't look like me, I still saw a woman, right. And I thought, okay, I have a possibility here.
Do you remember when I won the Detroit tournament?
1981.
Okay.
I was 21 years old.
Okay.
What else you want to know? Yes, I remember.
What impact?
Yes, I know.
What happened in your mind when that happened?
I was like, yes, and then also it's like 1958. That was the last time someone who looked like us won a tennis tournament? I don't want it to be that much of a gap before we see someone else like us there on the court. You got to win in America. It's great to be in the top 20, it's great. But if you don't win, and you won a tournament. And that's the difference maker and how people view you. I wanted to be involved in sports. And it was a passion for sports and interest in journalism. I didn't make it to Wimbledon with the tennis racket in my hands, but I did make it with a microphone.
What would you say was one of your most memorable moments covering women's tennis?
Oh, gosh, there were so many of them. I loved doing play-by-play, as well as reporting from Wimbledon, reporting from the major tournaments. The Virginia Slims Championships. At the Garden, baby, on carpet.
Yes.
Oh, doing them with Pam Shriver and just really enjoying calling the action. It was the end of an era. Coco Gauff, I went down after, she made the national scene, and going down to her home in Delray, meeting her grandmother during the unrest that summer after George Floyd, that we heard Coco speak up. And I was just so proud of her that she, and then when I met her grandmother, I was like, oh, of course, this is why she did it. But to meet these players when they're on the cusp like that really means a lot. When I reached a milestone birthday, the one that ends with a 0, I read a book that said, okay, when you are maturing, not aging, when you're maturing, find something that brought you joy. Remind yourself what brought you joy. I hadn't played tennis 20 years. I said, I'm going to play tennis again. And it's been 3 years, and I have been playing consistently, and I'm that little girl with pigtails on the court down in Mississippi. It has brought back just a joy that I had been missing. I'm a better person because I play tennis, because I play tennis, not past tense.
There you go. Yeah.
Beautiful story. Thanks to Leslie Allen for that. Robin was actually at Wimbledon this past year, shared a video watching you, Martina, play in the Legends event. She was so excited to seeing you play after you had announced that you were cancer-free. I don't know if you spoke to her or not, but what did something like that mean to you?
We were in touch with texts. I'm good friends with Robin. We've known each other for a long, long time. When she was still with ESPN, I did not know she was a tennis player. She never told me. I knew she was a serious hoopster, but I know she played tennis as well. It's great that she found tennis again and that she's loving it. And yeah, we share cancer in common, something that we didn't really need when was needed. But she's a champion on and off the court and in and out of the booth. And I'm glad that she found tennis again. It's really, really great.
And when you were a champion at the Olympics, there was an interview that she did with you, right?
Yeah, so great. Actually, Randy Walker, he was head of communications for the USTA back then, and he shared this picture with me of shortly after I won the gold medal. You obviously get taken around to do all these interviews. One of them was with Robin Roberts on the set there. She told me, "Nice necklace you got there, Lindsay." But, all of that is kind of like a blur when you're going through it. I wish I had more vivid memories, but I was so happy when Randy forwarded this to me a couple of years ago. It was like a memory that popped up for him. But she's amazing. And if you follow sports, you obviously know who Robin Roberts is. So what a thrill it was for me to be able to go and get interviewed by her.
That's such a cool photo. I remember Chris Eubanks this year was thrilled to be interviewed by Robin Roberts when he made his run to the quarterfinals at Wimbledon. I know you've worked with her as well.
Yeah, I didn't know either, Martina. I didn't realize that she had a tennis background. That's terrific. This was a player who, she could have been in the WNBA had it existed. This was a really esteemed, accomplished college basketball player at Southern Louisiana. I also remember, too, she was at the U.S. Open, was the MC. Remember, Flavia Pineda won the title and sort of mic drop retired? Oh, didn't think that was coming. And Robin Roberts handled that with real grace. I didn't know she had that tennis background. I think we need to invite her to do a little moonlighting for another network.
Why not? Why not? Love it. The fact that she scored more than 1,000 points and had more than 1,000 rebounds in college, but was on a tennis scholarship.
And she did a kick serve, exactly.
Right? That's wild. So, Martina, obviously, what was the first time that you met Robin?
I was sometime in the 80s. Can't tell you the year, but interviewed, when she was working for ESPN. And we played hoops. We hung out. We hung out because we had some good mutual friends as well. But she was always so positive. She did her homework when she did her interviews. She knew what she was talking about. Now I know why she knew what she was talking about. She actually played tennis. And it was always a joy to talk to her because you knew you were going to get a fair deal.
Every morning, she actually posts on her Instagram a motivational speech, really. I don't know, she comes up with it every day. She says, "Not even the sky is the limit." Stuff like that. I mean, super motivating, John.
No, it's great. I like what she said at the end of, once a tennis player, always a tennis player. But no, this is one of the real pioneers and now one of the pillars of media. And great, if we can get her under the tennis tent and she's there already, that's one for us.
Sport for a lifetime. Yeah, go ahead, Martina.
Yeah, you never know who's going to affect you. Leslie Allen winning that tournament in Detroit, where actually I played that. I think I was #1 seed, and Leslie won it. And I was so happy because she was the first African-American to win. And she affected Robin Roberts. She saw herself in Leslie. And so you never know who you're going to affect by what you do. And it's so much easier to follow in somebody's footsteps than having to blaze your own trail. So here we are. Leslie Allen was a hero to Robin Roberts.
Yeah, and now it comes full circle.
Exactly.
That's a beautiful point, Martina. And certainly, Robin, the couch is waiting. If you ever want to join us here at Tennis Channel, we would love to have you. We have more coming up here on TC Live. Don't go anywhere leading up to first.